You're tuned in to the Professional Amateur Podcast. The following podcast contains explicit language, sexual content, and enlightenment that might not be appropriate for all listeners, especially you bitch-ass niggas.
Viewer discretion.
Beefs gotta roll around Sydney, yeah. Everybody got a hammer on them like we tryna fix the streets, yeah. We could've fixed the streets, but instead we just fed the beast. And that cycle continues.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Professional Amateur Podcast. I'm your host, Paul. I'm joined by Dex today, and we have a special guest in the house, Jonathan.
So what's up?
All the way from North Carolina. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You feeling good? You enjoying the Cali rays, the sunshine?
I love it.
The ambiance, the energy.
Definitely loving it, man. Definitely. Every time I come to LA, man, it's a breeze.
That's
the
cool.
Weather, everything is a breeze, man. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How long y'all here for?
just for the weekend, man. We here for the Grammy weekend. So
What were you guys doing? You guys had a show?
yeah, we had a show yesterday. We got a show tonight. Came up here to see you guys too, man.
Hell
You know, it's
yeah.
only right.
Yeah,
so
thanks for coming.
you already know.
Where's the show? Where's the show going to be at?
The show was gonna be at the Industry Loft Hollywood.
Okay.
That's the name of the place. I don't know the actual address, but that's the name of it, yo.
Oh, yeah. We got Google nowadays. We got smartphones. You can't.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Don't be
Yeah,
dumb
no.
with the smartphone.
You have a new album out called Less is More.
This is more.
Is this your first album? Because when I was looking on Tidal, I didn't see anything else. I just see 5 songs, which is classic.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
I like that. You know, sometimes people flood the market with, I can do this. So listen to all this compilation of songs that I have. But when you first getting to know someone and an artist, like it's great to just have like a few songs.
Yeah, so I
go by.
got other singles out on Tidal.
Mhm.
Since I don't have an actual Tidal account, Tidal is kind of like spreading my music around.
Okay.
We were just talking about that at the industry panel and how Tidal was, whatever. But Spotify and Apple Music, man, if you guys have it, it's up there. Like my
Right.
artist page, my bios, and all that analytical stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but I have singles out. But yeah, this is my first EP.
Great.
Definitely, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were listening to it on Spotify yesterday. We're going
Yeah.
through all the songs.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tidal though. I ain't want to shit on Tidal.
No, Spotify,
Right.
iTunes, whatever you use out there.
It's up there. It's up there with everything.
We all streaming,
Yeah.
Shout out to Napster. You guys were first.
It's on Napster too. Less is more. It's on Napster.
Yeah, oh, really? Do they
Yeah.
still got Napster?
They still have
We
Napster,
still got
man.
Napster?
Microsoft Edge, all that, man. They got
Damn.
Microsoft Groove. It's called Microsoft
Yeah,
Groove.
you're on every platform.
I don't even know what that is, man.
We living in the future now.
Get some checks from places
You're
I
like,
don't know,
fuck
man.
that. Let me get on that too.
That's awesome.
One of your songs was called Dirtiest.
Dirtiest.
Yo, we listened to that song a couple times.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
That's the favorite?
Yeah, that's
Dirtiest
the
is the favorite?
Yeah, that's the fan favorite.
Oh,
Right here.
man. Yeah, Dirtiest is actually my favorite too, man. Don't tell nobody I told y'all first, man. That's the first time I would tell somebody.
Oh, that's,
Yeah, that's definitely one of my Dirtiest, man. You want a little brief description of Dirtiest? How it came about?
yeah.
There's a
Man.
quote you had on there too, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Dirtiest actually came about where it wasn't even supposed to be on the EP, man. That's the crazy part about it. So I had finished the EP
Okay.
and Can't Be Thankful was supposed to be the outro, but I didn't want to leave that energy on the EP because that energy is like it's a remorseful energy, It's like and Can't Be Thankful. I talk about selling crack and
Right,
praying to
right.
the Lord. How can I be thankful for this? And I didn't want the people and I didn't want the streets to feel as if I'm saying, "Hey, don't do this," or just people to feel that I'm not thankful for what I have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just came up with Dirtiest because it's this thing that kind of piggybacks off of Can't Be Thankful. It's like I live that dirty lifestyle now. You know what I'm saying? The things that I'm doing now. It's just, it's clean. It's just
Right,
like you ain't lived dirty enough to,
Right.
look this clean. We here now. So
We here now.
it was just a feel good song, man. It's just like
Yeah, yeah.
the shit that I'm saying in that song is like really, and I did something different because I usually don't rap like that.
Okay.
Like that's a new style for me.
Uh-huh.
So that's one of the first tracks I actually like wanted to put out. Like, let me see if people are gonna gravitate to me changing my flow up. And that shit took off, man. That shit took off, man. Like, people really fuck with that and Hurt Nobody. Like, I'm so shocked people really fuck with those two songs.
Hurt Nobody, that's the one that's kind of like, it's kind of vibey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
Because it's my first time premiering, though.
That's actually the one we said we were going to put into, like, part of the beginning part of the podcast.
Yeah.
And then Dirtiest, we were going to put at the end.
Yeah.
Listen to. So those were the two songs that we had chose.
And that's funny because it's the first two songs I like. That's like a new thing that I'm tapping into.
Yeah.
So it's working.
As a filmmaker, like Dirtiest is like a song that you would put as that outro to like
it is,
film.
man.
Like
it
you,
is.
yeah. And everybody just sitting in the theater is like, damn, that was a good movie, and clapping and shit.
Yep, definitely.
How come you said it wasn't going to be on your album?
That Dirtiest wasn't going to be up there because I didn't even record it. I had the beat. Yeah. And I went through a couple of beats and I was like, what's a good outro? And I heard this beat, which that doesn't even sound like an outro, that song, you know what I'm saying? I was just like,
where did you get the beat?
One of the producers that I met on YouTube, and we've been going back and forth. That's how I just got it, man.
That's what's up.
It's actually, that producer actually produced, I'm pretty sure, because a lot of times when it comes to produce, I kind of forget, and they get upset every time I do an interview or part. They always hit me up and say, "Hey man, how could you forget?" But it's like I got so many beats and I go through so much. People be sending me so much stuff. But I'm pretty sure that producer actually produced Lavish as well. I'm pretty sure that's the same producer.
Okay, that's the first song.
If I'm not, yeah. If I'm if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, then they're gonna kill me anyway. Either way, they mad. So, but yeah, man, it's Flowers of Narnia is the producer.
Okay.
Yeah, for Lavish. I don't know if he the producer. Well.
Okay.
For Dirtiest, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. You got to collaborate with people, man. You got to. If you're an artist, you got to keep mixing it up with others and growing yours, and reaching it. That common goal, that peak. Tell me about your DJs.
Harmony?
So you got DJ Harmony.
Hey, Harmony. She here right now.
DJ Harmony in the building.
You want to say something in the mic? Tell them where you from.
We got a special guest.
DJ Harmony. I'm from Oakland, California.
Hey, Oakland in the house.
Oh, you gotta do it one time. You gotta do it one time. So man, it's funny. I met her. I was helping out one of the other homies at Impact Hub. We was doing a tour for the kids, for the high school kids.
Okay.
And they was coming through and they was performing, and they was going to do like a big performance at one of the Oakland parades.
Okay.
And she was one of the DJs there, and we sat down afterwards, and we had tacos at this fancy spot. It was really what's the spot in Oakland with the tacos? Yeah.
Taco-licious, maybe?
Nah, it's by Ike's.
Okay.
You said it was $4 or $5 a taco?
Damn, they busting heads in the Bay Area.
It was really good, though. It was really good, though.
You can get a taco for cheap in LA.
It was really good, though.
Oh, I bet. I bet that bitch better be good for $4.
You be like, you ever see that gift was like the little fat kid? Like, what are we finna eat at? What are we about to eat at?
like getting 10 bites out of the taco.
Right.
But
yeah, that better be the biggest taco ever.
And we hit it off, man. And what's crazy is that I don't know if she ever heard my music before we talked, because I never performed at those events. I did like one freestyle, but it was written. So we didn't really want to even freestyle.
Oh, okay.
We sat there
So that's what you doing now. That's what we doing now.
Only battle rappers really doing them freestyles these days, man. Don't be fooled, man. But yeah, we hit it off and we were just talking about stuff, man. And she was just like, man, I really fuck with you. And then I guess, when we actually chopped it up and I sent her the music, that just sealed the deal. Because we were just talking about stuff in Oakland and just how to like bridge the gap in between the youth and the community and music and just, screenwriting in the movies. And we were just bouncing ideas. Like, it was just so much. It was like a think tank.
That's
and
awesome.
We just hit it off, man. And ever since then, we've just been rocking with each other.
That's awesome. So check this out. In your journey and like the things that you've done to get to where you're at right now, and like how the way you're feeling about like the incline that you're at this moment. Do you have a journal?
Do I have a journal? It's probably music is my journal, like the lyrics and stuff.
Okay.
I take it like a mental note. Like right now, I might just throw a line about you guys in another song. I do a lot of comparisons if you ever heard my music.
Okay,
So
definitely.
I might say something now.
If you never gave a fuck,
You know,
you
yeah.
never gave a shit. Come on, man.
Like a line now is like it'll be. I went from talking to myself in the mirror to talking on a podcast about, you know what I'm saying, and around with mirror. You know what I'm saying? I went from talking to myself in the mirror. Now I'm on podcast, the vision clearer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just little stuff that I take mental notes of.
Yeah,
and it's like right now I'm writing in my head, you know, it's
Awesome.
like everything is inspiration for me. So that's why it's always fresh. It's always new. People always want to hear it because it's like, shit, I was there.
Yeah.
That podcast he's talking about, I was right there. I interviewed it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the things that I talk about. So that's why a lot of people resonate with it. Because the things that I'm saying, people back home are like, he not lying, bro. Like,
yeah, that's fucking dope.
I was there.
I was there. It's like when you listen to some songs and it just bring you back to a certain time in your life. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's awesome for that to be your journal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're also talking about screenwriting. Is that what you went to school for? Or?
That's what I went to school for. I got an English degree at the HBCU. Shout out to Elizabeth City University in North Carolina.
Okay.
Go to a HBCU, man, if you can. You know what I'm saying? Get the education, man. Then I flew out here after graduation, went to Academy of Art, did the screenwriting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We right there with it.
Right there with it. I did. I got my MFA in directing.
Yep. You got the MFA in screenwriting and things. You know, screenwriting is really particular, man.
Yeah.
I like the process.
Mm-hmm.
More in tune with what I want to portray in movies now than when I first started. When I first started, it was all about what I can just get out. I got to get something out. I'm telling people I'm a screenwriter. I got to write something.
Okay.
And I was like diluting my vision from professors to people just, and you know, hey man, read this script. And it's like, hey man, why don't you change it to this and change it up?
Like, that's good. Okay, what's good about it?
Yeah. And they say stuff like it's good. Yeah.
Like
So-
that don't fucking help.
The thing that helped me out was actually getting a film that I wrote actually shot.
Yeah.
And I got a film out called Fish Out of Water. It was directed by Vincent Bayo. So it's based on a true story. It's about Andy Yang. Andy Yang is also a rapper in San Francisco.
Yeah.
He came over here from China and he learned English through hip hop. So in this, it goes through the journey of him being in the Tenderloin, and it goes the journey of him doing like a little bit of battle rap.
Yeah.
So it was like a perfect story for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like the universe just went in a full circle. I do music and I'm a screenwriter. So the story for me, and it actually happened, the story for me was just so easy to write. And then just seeing how Vincent and his crew of people just took it and just made it into something bigger. It took us to the Directors Guild of America. We premiered it there. We was at AMC, the hip hop festival in New York.
That's awesome.
The one for me that really solidified things with being a screenwriter is that the editor on it, she's from, I believe she's from Venezuela. Venezuela was going through that whole thing last year with the riots, right? Yeah. So she's from Venezuela, and while the riots was going on, they premiered the movie in Venezuela. So people that was in Venezuela actually went to go see it.
Yeah.
And like they was interviewing some of the people, and they was like, this is like what we need, because of the times we in, we don't have a freedom of speech. We don't have certain rights.
Yeah.
And they got something out of that movie and I was just like, this is what I do it for.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know anybody in Venezuela. You know, they going through a whole nother struggle that I've never been through.
Right.
So just for me to write a movie to make them like, this is exactly what we're fighting for.
Yeah.
It was like, that solidified it for me.
That's awesome. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. That's
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
That's really cool.
That must have been a crazy feeling.
It's a crazy feeling, man.
Yeah.
It is.
So are you continuing to write these days?
Yeah. Come on, man. Right now,
yeah.
Here's the plan. Let me just give you my plan.
Right. Okay, here we go.
I'm not gonna tell you if you're working or not, if I'm writing or not, but here's the plan. either music's gonna pay for movies or movies gonna pay for music, and we're just gonna bounce back and forth with it. So
the two go hand in
they
hand.
go hand in hand,
Yo,
boy.
if you got
You feel me?
you ill with the pen, man. Yeah, you combine it with a good story. Oh God,
Exactly, and it goes hand in hand, man. So many people hit me up, hey man, I need a song for a movie, or people hit me, I need a writer. I'm talking about something in this film that I don't really know about. I think you have a little bit of expertise in that.
okay.
You know,
Well, I got a film that indie film that I've been writing.
yeah,
I'll
there you
send
go.
it your way.
Hey man, I'm here. You feel me? We here now.
Yeah. I bounce some ideas off of you.
Yeah, we here now.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you have some humanitarian in your spirit. You could be someone that would be able to help a mass group of people, you know?
Man, that's all my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is Native.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in a Native American household. My father's Jamaican.
Okay. Wow.
But I wasn't raised with my father in the household. But my mother, it's funny that I have done certain things in my life as far as selling drugs, fights, and not really gang. I really didn't do the gang thing. But just pretty much just selling everything but the blondes, you know, the music in the South.
Yeah.
Like anything I get my hands on, I'm gonna sell it, you know?
Right.
But my mom was actually a drug counselor. So in some of those songs, it is a bit of a remorse, you know what I'm saying? And some of the songs that I do have coming out, I talk about it. Cause some of those people that was in her class were some of the people that we would sell to.
Right.
And then a lot of times, being young and naive, you don't really care. It's like we getting money. My mom needed money. Yeah. We was poor. So it was just like, you know, if those people in your class want some, you know, want these drugs, they're gonna get it.
They're gonna
you
get
know
it.
What I'm saying?
Shit, it's just
and
it's just the way it was.
Like, but my mom, and everybody respects my mom. Mm-hmm. Like where I come from, my mom is just everybody calls her an angel. Like they love her. They love her to death. She was one of the first people I put on one of my first songs, 9317. So that's her in the beginning. Miss Lulu, that's what everybody calls her. But I get all that from her, man. She wanted to save the community. She wanted to do so much. She still is. She's still doing a lot. So
shout out to moms, man. Yeah. That's amazing. So think like fast forward. What do the Grammy Awards mean to you? Do Grammys mean anything to you, or what is your mindset with that? Although it's like, you know, let's not say it's far fetched. It's definitely a difficult task and feat. A lot of things got to come together at the right time. Mm-hmm. But what are your thoughts on Grammys and awards and accolades?
Accolades and stuff. As far as accolades and awards go, you know, a lot of people, the first thought is just like, man, fuck them awards, man, fuck them accolades. But at the same time, as
they
artist,
anti-black, they don't like black people.
You know, at the same time, I am one for people to step up to the plate and create their own thing.
Right.
Now, if somebody want to create their own own thing, if you have a problem with it being black, let's get together, let's start it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't complain about it, let's start it. Because everybody's rich. You know what I'm saying? But if we're not going to start it, that's cool. If we're not going to start it, let's change the narrative. Let's somehow sit down with these people that's at the Grammys, because a lot of people don't know how the Grammys work. So let's tell the people how the Grammys work before complaining to the average day listener, because the listeners think that it's just something where it's fair and they don't know the actual process. So a lot of times with the Grammys and a lot of times with the Emmys, it's a board of people, you know, certain people can vote and you got to submit too. Mm-hmm. Like, as an artist, you have to submit to the Grammys. So they don't just, you know what I'm saying? Am I tripping?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure artists submit. So a lot of these artists that people are mad about not getting these awards, they're not submitting because they're protesting the Grammys. So a lot of listeners, so a lot of times the artists, they don't go on social media and they don't tell people the reality of it. So I have people that tell me, oh man, this artist doesn't win a Grammy. And I'm like, well, did he submit? Did she submit? And then like, I don't think you got to submit. And he's like, you give them you know, artists, we have to be a little bit more transparent on the business and how things work. And that's all of what I'm about. I'm transparent. If we want to start our own thing, I'm there. If we want to sit down and talk to the Grammys about it, I'm there. if whatever it is for the cause, I'm there, man. Like you said, I'm a humanitarian. I want everybody to get it. If somebody want to give me a Grammy, I'm gonna do the speech. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? People might be mad, but hey, man, we work hard for it. You know. As far as like other things of if I see people getting mistreated, as in like they're taking money away from people, and they do it. What I mean, if people not getting Grammys, they are taking money hypothetically. Because I think you do get paid for Grammys or whatever. But I'm talking about like NFL, all that shit is kind of different. Like the NFL Super Bowl, like that's taking money. Like, all that's like. Oh, God. But like when it comes to the Grammys, it's like, are they really taking money from you? It's like, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm with whatever at this point when it comes to accolades as far as the Grammys.
Got it.
Accolades make artists feel better. Ari Lennox went through something where she was upset about.
Oh yeah, she didn't get
the Soul Train Awards.
And she was like, "I love Soul Train."
She said she was like going to quit music, and she went on this whole Twitter tirade.
But you know, like I follow her from before she was even with Dreamville in DC. Yeah. And she didn't have, you know, the blue check, and she wasn't famous. And I listened to her music, and she worked really hard for what she like literally didn't change up anything.
So what obstacles have you faced so far? Like just being in this industry, or just, you know, screenwriting or making music?
Just keeping on music.
Yeah.
So a lot of obstacles that I have faced is that I tell everybody all the time that I lived a life before I did music. A lot of people think that the lyrics are so good and the song sounds so nice and everything is all official, blah, 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 blah. They think that I've been doing music for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm 26. I started really taking music serious when I was like 21.
Okay.
20. So I lived a life like 21 years before even thinking about taking it serious. So a lot of the obstacles are doing this. A lot of the obstacles are changing my way, changing my perceptions, taking the things that I've learned in the hood and actually turning them into something that's positive.
Okay.
So it's a lot of inner stuff that is obstacles. Like my biggest obstacle is me getting on Instagram, posting, being more sociable, being more present, knowing certain things in certain people's ears. When I say ears, like what do they like? What don't they like? Lavish, the song Lavish was really hard for me to record because I felt like it wasn't, sometimes as an artist, when I release certain songs, it's always lyrical. And I finally got over that. I finally got over that whole, I'm the best rapper of my town, the ego thing. I can rickety rap circles around everybody, you know? And Lavish was one of those songs for me that I really wanted to put out, and I was excited about putting it out because it's not lyrical. It's catchy, and it has a nice beat, and it's just something that's really, you know, just, bitch, this shit feels so special, you know? I knew I was on different levels, you know, and that for me is also an obstacle. So a lot of these obstacles are things that I'm just overcoming, you know? So, yeah.
What do you think? What would you say is like the biggest one that helped change your perception, or just like that unlocks something? It's like, yo, I could advance from this point forward.
As far as music?
Well, yeah, or even like you said with, like with your inner self. I was saying, like, what was like the biggest one that brought about like a specific lesson?
I would say, man, being more in tune just with who I am, if that makes sense. And that's just everything under one umbrella.
Yeah.
Because certain things that I wanted to do when I was in the hood, I can't do. Not because of the environment, but just because of the resources. A lot of the things that I'm doing now were the things that I always wanted to do back home. And a lot of the things that I rap about were things that I've done. So a lot of times, like I said, it's reflections, you know?
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's one of the biggest obstacles, man. Is just really, because I walk around not happy, man. Like, you know, I was happy in the hood too, you know, but like, this is I can be myself. I can, you know, me and her joke all the time. We call each other nerds and shit, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody called me a nerd back in the hood, I'm like, hey, man, you get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a different, you know, it's a different feel.
Yeah.
But it's like embracing people, trusting people. I trust my entire team. You know, Patrick in the back, you know, Quinn right here, man, he's my drummer. Anthony's doing the production. Harmony's doing it. That's trust. Like, I trust these people. You know what I'm saying? They trust me. back in the hood, I trust people on a certain level. It was money trust.
Yeah.
I know you're going to pay me when you need to pay me.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to pay you when I need to pay you. I know you're going to bring whatever I need you to bring. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to, if I got to pull a favor in, I know you're going to do this. But as far as trusting you with my life or trusting you with my career, trusting me with school, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
And that's a different level of trust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trust is a motherfucker.
And it's like, I'm more open. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just me. I could be me now. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about things that I wanted to talk about in the hood that if some, when I'm in the hood, knock, I open up the door where the hoes at, where the bitch at, you want to play 2K? That's it. We play 2K, we get high, we leave, Yeah. Somebody talking shit, we got to fight, yada, yada, yada. But now here, it's like, I can be myself. So I ain't got to worry about all those other things. So that's one of the obstacles of that, and letting that go too. Mm-hmm. A lot of, that's really important. I want you guys to put that, definitely keep that in, letting that shit go. Because even when you get out of that environment, that shit follows you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes into a struggle thing. My struggle is greater than yours because I went through this and you didn't go through that. Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers just complain.
Nobody's struggle
is greater than the next. Yeah. Exactly. Please, nobody's struggle is greater than the next. I've been through a lot, but if somebody tells me their problem, I will not shoot their problem down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just minute, but to them, it's something big. So letting that shit go is really important. That's definitely an important thing.
Woosah, motherfucker.
Yeah. For real, man. Yeah.
So now that you have your album out, what's next? You're going on shows, you're doing tour, or
man,
next album?
Soon, man. Like I said, I got a team together now, man. We we's coming up with certain things to promote it, figuring out these algorithms, going to these panels, and you know what I'm saying. We hit Grammy weekend, which is a nice start.
Meeting these people, bumping these shoulders.
Oh my God, man! That's why I dropped it first of the month, because when you drop something the first of the month, it made me have to keep that energy. Mm-hmm. I dropped it the January 1st. Like, I have to keep this energy all the way until December, Yeah.
You gotta hold yourself accountable.
I gotta hold myself accountable. That's why I released it first of the month. Yeah. We're gonna keep it going. We've been, back to back. We've been just knocking stuff out, man. It's just keep the ball rolling at this point.
Yeah. It's a hell of a start.
Quick shout out to Cool Collective. We saw that on your, what's that?
Cool Collective is just a business that me and my brother created. Okay. Also, my brother is on my EP. Mm-hmm. Jay Strada is my blood brother. A lot of people just think he just featured just because he featured. Yeah. That's why he's on that actual track, like the Less is More track. Jay Strada is my actual brother. Okay. We started a business together just to bring artists under one umbrella. We might turn it into a record label later. Right now, we taking it easy on it. All right, still paying those bills on it to make sure it's still official. Yeah, but we got merchandise underneath it. We got all kinds of stuff. So,
hell yeah,
stay with it. Stay with it.
Well, shout out to Cool Collective. If you want to find them on IG, it's Cool Collective LLC. Yeah, sure. Yeah, where can they find you?
Uno Cool Bro on everything. No ass how I got it on everything.
Everything.
It's on everything. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram.
Is it .com?
That is a .com. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See? Yeah. You beat me to it.
Let's go.
So UnoCoolBro.com is also the website where you get the merchandise, the EPKs. You can hit me up. Like I said, man, don't ask me how I did it, man. It's just, I guess everything worked out. It's funny because I just changed my Twitter to Uno Cool Bro a year and a half ago. Swipe. And it was available. I said, how is Uno Cool Bro available in 2019 or 18? It's like,
whenever.
It's just such a simple thing. It's just crazy. Uno Cool Bro. Right. Like, you would think somebody just like, Uno Cool Bro. Right. That shit just meant to be.
Yeah. It's tight.
Yeah, so. It's a whole empire. All right. Well, Jonathan, thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming through, bro. This was awesome, man.
This is great.
This is what we're here for, man.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing your journey this year and following the storyline.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of videos.
This would be tight.
We got a lot of videos, got a lot of shows, we got a lot of, promotion coming out, a lot of merchandise, so much stuff, man. Some web series, like I said, we got all kinds of shit coming out, man.
Well, man, my blessings to you, bro.
And we gonna work together, man. We gotta work together.
We gonna like finally, since we got a chance to finally meet, we gonna link up, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We'll definitely keep in touch, bro. Because I got some things in the works, and I'm always working on shit. My fellow compadre, he has things in the works too.
Yes, sir.
So, so we definitely all gonna get it. Yeah. This year. Not later, like right now. Just
Right
like
now.
you
Yeah.
doing it, guys
Yeah,
doing it right now.
now
We're gonna
sounds
get it like
good.
right now. Like
2020
yeah.
vision,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
2020 vision.
2020 vision.
I can't see. I wear glasses, but hey, it's 2020. So,
Mhm. I see it.
I see it.
In our culture, street culture, intelligence was viewed as a form of weakness.
If you don't give a fuck, man, we never gave a shit. I was on the corner, never imagined life like this. No way. No shirts on the roads, now it's fur coats. Bird eye views, and my niggas drinking Merlot. Okay. Man, I see this what it is. A young trill nigga left the set, we running in. And all the whole flock getting caught up in that.